Welcome back. We are continuing the Night of Revels with the Bard's Tale. Back to the top of the initiative. We'll dive right in, and that is Struana.
Jumping! Roll it, tumbling, more like, again. See if I can get down another level.
Combat roll. Combat roll.
Yeah. Does 13 get me down another level?
That'll stick the landing down 1. 10 is the DC to get down 1.
That's what I was assuming, but I also wanted to maintain the blah-de-blah.
Yeah. You guys have made that enough times.
And then, I don't want to waste another spell in recasting Minor Illusion. I'm just going to let it keep hanging out over there. And a double motion to try and get it again. Do I need to make a second roll for the next jump? Okay. And I'm down again. Bloop.
That'll get you down another one.
Okay. Almost in range.
So close to Bard range. And good news, it is floating upwards 20 feet. At which point it is... It turns its one big clouded eye toward the wizard and fails a wisdom save and cannot make an attack. So, seems enraged by this and will instead fly circumspectly another 10, 15, 20.
Spear is not terrible.
Actually, 20. There we go. And advances on the wizard's position. But could not bring itself to make an attack. CliqClaq. Oh, Brusque. Sorry. I forgot your ally. Still doing his thing. Brusque rolls a 1, but manages to catch himself as he basically went going in for a shot with the mace. There was one of those points that had been worn out of the road, and it just wasn't there when he stepped on it. He managed to catch himself and kind of throw himself back onto the trail, 1 level down and back, but that ate up his move action. Criticals. CliqClaq.
This guy in front of me is still alive, still functional. This guy?
Yeah, that one's fresh. The one that had jumped down in front of you, the other one actually pushed out of the way so it could take its shot.
I'm gonna shoot the one right in front of me a couple times.
Okay.
He's hunter's marked.
All right.
13 damage on the first one.
Nice. Just he rips off one whole shoulder section. Just disconnects whatever was holding it that was left, and it just kind of levers over in a rotten mess. It's still alive.
Still alive?
Yeah, that sucked for it.
I'm a sharpshooter this one.
Okay.
6.
Roll the 1.
Roll a 1.
Oh.
I'm cocky.
I want to get close enough to give you some inspiration, but I can't right now, and I can't give you luck, so sorry.
You can't hear your bagpipes from over there.
It's not that. It's that if I try to make him hear my bagpipes from over here, then the zombies can hear them.
Maybe. They didn't hear Stan.
Yeah, but I'm squishy.
Yeah, I'm saying they didn't hear
squishy.
Anyway, CliqClaq. You pull the arrow back, and the bowstring. This was its time. It's tang.
All right.
I would, as a bonus action, I would let you make a tool check to fix it.
I will do that then.
Because CliqClaq can take his move to grab a string out of his pouch and try to fix it up. I'll give you a roll for that.
What am I adding to that?
Tinkering proficiency when it comes to your bow.
So just proficiency bonus?
Your tinker tools, yeah, proficiency bonus plus dex, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, int. It's int.
Int, that makes more sense.
Yes.
Still pretty good. 23.
That is enough to get your bow restrung.
Woot. I'm combat relevant again.
That series of actions does provoke an attack of opportunity from the zombie, but he rolled a 2. So, continuing the streak of the Wheaton zombies, apparently all of these zombies look a little like Will Wheaton. So, doesn't Lovelace get a reaction attack when you make an attack on a target that she has in melee range? I know that's something a ranger can get. I don't remember at what level, but this would be exactly the moment where that comes into play.
Right. We're so rarely in melee. I try to avoid melee.
Right.
Get away from me. Step back.
Is that something you saw in the new rules?
Yeah, in the revised. It's part of your companion bond or whatever.
I will take your word for it.
Okay.
I'm not.
So go ahead and give me an attack from Lovelace.
$24.
A hit.
5 damage.
All right. She snips its other arm off at the hand, like midway here. Just.
When she attacks something, it's a grapple check for them.
Okay.
DC 11.
He made it.
Okay.
It made it. And now it is Lovelace's turn proper.
What kind of impediment is it for her to just run over the thing?
It would be an opposed strength or dex. You choose your better.
I want to full movement, just dash straight across.
If you make the check, I will call the square that you're going through it difficult terrain, and so it'll be double movement for that square if you make the check.
I ignored difficult terrain. Strength or dex? Or acrobatics?
I would allow athletics, but not acrobatics in this case, unless you just want to get past him.
I just want to get past him. He's just an impediment to my destination.
Okay. In that case, I would allow acrobatics. and it is also absolutely going to provoke.
What?
It is absolutely going to provoke an attack of opportunity, by the way.
Yeah, I know. 18.
But he cannot really severely impede your progress. He does hit. Oh, well, actually, I don't know. Does 21 hit Lovelace?
No.
Two tanks in the party. So mid-plank. No effect. Was a devastating blow to anything that's not covered in a carapace.
So does she get her full movement?
Yeah, because you ignore difficult terrain.
All right, I'm done.
Okay. So you are. These zombies continue toward the sound of the sound. Brusk suffers some pretty embarrassing attacks. Like he's a little insulted that they're giving it that little. Just come on, guys! It's here. It's right here. Could not roll double digits in that whole in any of those zombies. So it's the Wheaton zombies. To be fair, he's not at the top of his game either. All right, shift our map. So let's see. There we are. Action has refocused a little. Stan.
So I'm going to do another leap here.
Okay.
Athletics check. Another heave, ho, and jump, and I got 28.
You can make it all the way to the wizard on a 28 with haste. Oh, you thought you were going to overdo it for a second. You're like, oh, wait, but planted it.
Stands up like the Terminator, but not naked.
That I am going to... You do take 2 points of fall damage, but from that much, that was not as bad as it could have been. I rolled low on damage, but
so then my second action, I'm going to, presuming this wizard folk lets me, I'm going to put my lay of hands on him and give him my last 10 points from my pool.
Right. It's a female.
Female?
Yep.
I had gotten that, had a good look before.
Yeah. Now that you finally do, very, very, very chiseled, elven features, white hair, ivory skin.
With the power of more than heal you.
Right. So, okay.
10, yeah, that's the last for my heal pool.
Okay. A little color comes back, and her eyes get a little unglazed, and she kind of focuses on you. It's like, thank you.
And then I don't think I that was my bonus action, right? Or no, that was so I did a move, and then action. Oh, diamond dropped.
Yep.
So I got a move and then an action, and then I have a bonus action. All right.
So you have your action left.
I'm gonna throw a hammer at this thing, unless it's because I don't think it's close enough for me to hit it with my big one.
Not quite. You could move your moonbeam over to it.
But with the bow, actually, I get the yeah, because this would be the bonus action. I don't think I could with that.
No, this is your action. You did the move to jump. You did the bonus for the lay on hands. Pretty sure that's a bonus action.
I think that's. Well, I'll check. I thought it was an action. It is an action.
Okay, I'm sorry. Then yes, you still have your haste action and a bonus action.
Okay, then I'm gonna take the small hammer from my belt, the light hammer, and chuck it at the monstrosity. How many times can I do this other thing?
Briefly, if you wanted to move your moonbeam, you could have used your haste action for... No, never mind. It's a big shell game for action economy. Never mind.
Yeah, I played around with it a bit, but it's yeah, laying on hands was important.
Yeah.
So I'll throw this hammer and I'll use one of my spell slots to give it some divine smite.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that because if I miss it, I can't pick that because it's attached to the weapon, I think. Oh, wait. Is it?
I believe it empowers the single attack.
It says when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack. So it's like when it hits is when it becomes an issue. All right, so I'll see if it attacks first. See if it hits. 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
And then I'm going to activate Divine Smite. Right?
Divine Smite is melee. And by throwing it, you've turned this into a ranged weapon.
What parallel universe is this, CliqClaq? I'm doing ranged, you're doing melee. Nothing's right.
I don't want to do melee.
Well, I won't do Divine Smite because I cannot divinely smite from a distance. So I will roll my damage.
Once it's out of your divinely empowered hands.
I got 9.
Still didn't suck for damage, though. It seems now less focused on the wizard. It takes a little broader view of what's going on and notices, oh, that sucked.
You're aggro, give it to me.
I'm gonna need you to get out of there, Stan. Yeah. Sooner rather than later.
That's cool.
And we are back to the top of initiative. Struana.
Okay. I'm checking some measurements, making sure everyone's gonna be okay.
Yeah. The three-dimensional nature of this map makes trigonometry the math of the day.
Everyone's gonna be okay if I zap that guy. Might be time for a fireball. Fireballs are fun. Didn't we know? I have no idea what Stan's plan to get the person out of there is, but that's sort of the priority. And I didn't miss, like, CliqClaq, you're fine, right?
I'm next to you.
Yeah. And the tiger guy is probably going to be okay.
He's got a fight on his. He's all right though.
Does the zombie location on the map currently reflect where the zombies are currently located?
Yes.
Okay. How many of these do I have left?
The current zombie array.
Okay. It's time to light shit on fire. It's going to be amazing. I love lighting things on fire.
Woo.
Okay. So, I trying to figure out who I want to light on fire more. And I'm pretty sure that it doesn't matter because we're going to have to fight a stupid number of them anyway. I don't know if Stan can jump back with those guys. So here is the aiming for the fireball. Can you see that?
Yes.
The little cluster bomb there.
And what's the DC on that?
It's just my spell sentence casting DC, right?
Yes.
Sentence, which is 14. Spell save DC is 14.
All right. Not a single one of them could make a 14, thanks to a significant negative on their dexterity.
Yeah, that's always nice. So yeah, that's an 8d6 for damage, which is
And that's with all your fire adept stuff too. Your feet, that gives you. Does that give you extra damage? There's a good chance it's not going to matter, but go ahead and.
They ignore resistance to damage. Any spell that deals fire damage, treat any 1 on a damage roll as a 2.
Ah, noted. So we'll keep an eye out on your rolls on. You should do that on roll 20.
Give it a chance. That's not bad.
No.
Wow.
No. That vaporizes. All right, that like literally you can see like the flame shadow, like the outline of them on the walls behind them.
That is a 20-foot radius.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All of them in that are ash.
Nice.
Yeah. The ones on the outside radius, parts go flying out, flaming, one head spinning out with, flaming hair, looking confused.
I like it. I approve.
Movement actions, bonus actions.
I actually bonus action, I want to be very encouraging at CliqClaq that look at all this gear you got, man. You were ready to face anything. You've got this, little ditty. So
It's shaped like your target.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it, man. You know this. Crack your neck a little. Go.
Next is Brusque. And he finishes off one of the zombies here and takes a disengage as his move to back up 2. Actually, he's going to go 30 feet to here. No, that's not the easiest way. He's going to go 1 and then make 2 climb checks. And that's as far as he's going to make it. There's a much better pathway through the zombies now. Several broad swaths have been cleared out. Zombie holder. So, Stan. Oh, Stan. All of the eye rays seem to try to, like, look your direction. Only one of them manages to. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
On a 9. Paladins. Little purple tendrils swirl out of the eye and try to wrap onto you. You're just kind of like, no.
My shield of happiness.
Right? And I believe, yeah, so no effect. You're just too much paladin for it. It is a little confused. It's nonplussed about this whole situation. It is going to get up close here. It's a zombie. It's not tactically smart. But it sees one that's wounded and thinks it looks tasty. Can't hit her though. CliqClaq.
I move Hunter's Mark over to the beholder, and I shoot it twice.
Okay.
First one's a 29.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Solid hit. And, Hunter's Mark damage as well.
Yeah. 16. First one.
All right. You right on the inside of its mouth where the jaw's kind of hanging there. You catch it like on the up end of the teeth.
Second shot. 24.
Yes.
And 11 more damage.
All right. Solid shot. Sticks in center mass. No resistance on the way in.
All right.
Bonus actions moves.
Nope. I'm staying where I am.
Okay. Lovelace.
So is she.
Okay. She wants full
Not going
defense.
melee till we have to.
All right.
Yeah.
So one of the zombies manages to sees the commotion and starts that direction. It cannot get. Well, it could try to use its action. So it hops down the one and just kind of keeps its momentum, but doesn't actually get the jump motion on the second ledge, and just Wilhelm screams his way down. And he falls for a really long time. He has a minute to contemplate his zombiehood on the way down. Oh.
What is life?
That's a really long time to fall if you have a long enough time to regret it.
Yep. There are one. It's going to get frisky with the cat, but not effectively. Yeah, can't do anything on that. Stan!
Yep. My turn.
Yep.
So I'm going to, with an action, move the moonbeam onto its face.
Okay. It hates that.
And that's 2d10 radiant damage. Con save is half damage.
Did not save. This guy sees it coming. Like, that seems bright.
Alright, so I just need to roll the damage, right?
Yeah.
11?
Okay. You see some of the pustules start to pop and some of the rotting fluids start to effervesce away.
Gross.
Yeah.
Really, really gross.
It's radiant though, so it's not like burning, it's more like purifying. So it's not the like you just lit a corpse on fire smell. It's more ozone.
Just done hydrogen peroxide on it.
Doesn't fix the paper smell though.
So that was one action. I get another action, and is it close enough for me to swing at it?
Yes.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. Is this my bonus action? Or my regular action? And then I'd get a bonus action?
Yes. And also a move if you wanted it. Haste.
Well, one of my actions was moving the moonbeam.
Yes, that's your action. That's the only one that could do anything with the spell.
I hit it with my hammer, maybe. I got 14 to hit.
It's a hit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It sees it coming, like, oh.
Got 7.
Okay.
7 damage. I think I get one more attack.
Now you have a bonus action or a move. If there's an attack you can take as a bonus action, you could. Oh, no. You're correct because you get an extra attack when you take attack actions because you're fifth level. It's the first time we've used haste in the game, so we're
Hastily figuring out how to haste.
All right, 28 to hit. How about damn apples?
yes.
All right, and then I'm going to use, because it is melee this time, I'm going to use Divine Smite.
Okay.
So that's first damage from just the hit is 8. And then an additional 8 damage from Radiant.
Damn, Stan. you just did a crap. You just dumped a whole crap load of damage onto this guy, onto this beholder.
That's good. That was my last spell. So, whee!
Just mathing real quick, making sure. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, you beat one whole section of it, like it's like a dented ping pong ball, not holding its shape. You're beating fluids out of it. Yeah. Struana, back to the top.
Woo! I'm gonna poke it in its eyeball from a distance.
I'm shining a bright light on it, so that should help.
That should help. I'm poking it in an eyeball with a wand.
Nice.
Which is very confusing for me. Like, if you can imagine her just sort of awkwardly pointing it, like, I'm not sure how this. Oh, it worked.
Supple wrist,
Okay.
supple wrist, says the wand.
Okay, freaking wand doesn't have carpal tunnel. Is that our F-bomb for the game? So that's Chromatic Orb, and sticking with my regular thing, we're going to go with fire. Let me roll an attack roll. It's a spell attack roll. So
Okay.
$19 hit?
That hits a lot.
Oh, good. I'm glad that hits a lot. I like it when it hits a lot.
Looking with your bonuses, you guys would have to really suck at roll. Like, it has to be a really low roll to miss this broadside of the bar.
So that is 17 damage in its eye.
It just withers away. Two of the less useful arm stalks are now just withered stumps on the side of it, just like with a little finger-like cartilage, like. And that one does not smell good, because that one was fire, not that nice purifying radiant fire. And now it smells like somebody threw a rotten corpse onto a barbecue pit.
I've smelled rotting, burning corpses before. This is not a pleasant smell. Nope. This is very, very exceptionally disgusting, and I'm glad I'm like 60 feet away from it.
The wizard's like...
As my bonus, it's not really a bonus action, but free action, I want to be like, Stan, get out of there! Like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, but Stan's going fast, so to us it sounds like, to Stan, it's going to sound like, Stan! Something.
Okay. I wonder if you talk really fast while hasted. I bet.
It is the D&D version of meth. Only, you're a little less probably scratchy.
Yeah, it doesn't rot your teeth.
Meth only rots people's teeth, like, over time. Like, that's persistent usage. That isn't, like, a one-time affair thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Brusk hops his way, picks a safe path through, and gets down towards where you guys are.
Finally.
So, because Thomas screwed everything up for just a second, we're going to do a quick recap of what went on when we should have been recording. Struana cleared out most of the area with a fireball. The beholder drew up to a level with the wizard and just could not bring himself to hit it. At which point Stan engaged, and there was a lot of back and forth, which involved Stan not being afraid or paralyzed from eye rays. CliqClaq yes, the moonbeam, the radiant hammer, the continued barrage of pointy, feathery death once CliqClaq got into position, just absolutely decimated the beholder zombie before it could really do anything that terrible. At which point Stan, still hasted, scooped up the wounded wizard, who made the point that she is no damsel in distress, but accepted help nonetheless, and is now bounding up, perfectly framed, silhouetted with a moonbeam behind him up the trail, covered by allies. I'm unhappy with myself for having missed that. But life's hard, then you die. Where were we?
I slashed a zombie and jumped.
All right. Struana has cast Cloud of Daggers.
And then I jumped, and it was a 1, but then it's a 15.
Ah, lucky thing there.
Pretty good turnaround.
Yeah, right? Okay. No, I meant to do that.
Now it's just dancing.
Right. Luckily, those two, the way they were both slanted, kind of gave you a little extra boost. Brusk is continuing to cut a path. Basically navigate a path as safely as possible, and he is moving up to help you guys. Actually, he's going to move up behind Stan to provide just in case, because you've got the wounded wizard with you. CliqClaq.
How hard is it to jump up from one pedestal to the other? Going upward?
It's like a 10. It's an average difficulty.
Okay. How many can I attempt in a turn? Or how many
A 10
can
will get
Lovelace attempt in a turn?
A 10 will get you 1 per action. If you get up to a 20, then you can get 2 in a single action. And you can do it with a move and with your regular. So up to 4 normally, unless you roll really well. Like 30 plus.
So are we still trying to clear this, or are we just trying to leave?
Trying to get out, I think.
Okay, then I'm not doing anything, and Lovelace is gonna try to jump up to the next pedestal when it's turn.
Okay. Athletics. Oh, that's on
It's your
Lovelace.
turn now? Okay.
Yeah, it is actually immediately hurt.
By the way, my last attack on the Beholder should have done more damage. I forgot about Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you guys took so that beholder skirmish lasted 12 seconds once it got into engagement range. You guys just tore into it. It was
A lot of that would stand, but I'm going to be over here celebrating anyway.
Lovelace got a 25 trying to jump up.
Indeed. That's 2. That will get you 2 pedestals up.
Aha. Hello, Bard.
Like I've like landed and like rolled and almost slid to the edge, but like stuck an arm back the right direction just to be like, oh yeah, and suddenly there's a giant crab over me, like, oh fuck, hi. I'm glad you're my friend, because that was creepy. I'm now questioning my training in acrobatics.
And that will bring us, at this point, I am going to call it fair escape. We'll come out of combat time, because unless you guys want to continue any attacks, but
I was just going to say one thing.
Okay, what?
I was going to move my moonbeam to like just into clusters of zombies as I headed out. Just burn the burnination, just moving it around as I can.
Okay, I will let that happen. They're not gonna realize that it's you casting it and try to come after you. But yeah, so that's as you guys are leaping and helping each other and getting up these pedestals. Stan is also just like, and if you guys want to do anything else, the zombies at this point are a non-element. You've either clustered them or left them in the dust to such an extent that they're not a threat anymore. They're just part of the environment.
I'm totally gonna move that cloud of daggers like over and like.
Same.
Yeah. there's going to be just sort of like zapping various zombies in the same group with it. Because I can keep that going for a good minute. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Between that and the covering fire that is coming out of the tavern, you guys are at this point no longer in combat. I will have you all give me, let's call it 2 more athletics checks. I will give you 2 more chances to suck at the athletics before you get out of this in the clear. Or acrobatics, of course.
Seriously?
Aww.
This is my last lucky die. So my last lucky die.
I rolled a 2 just now. If that makes you feel any better.
But you still have an inspiration die.
No.
But 11.
Oh.
Okay.
The inspiration die. What is it again?
D8.
You get a 1d8. And so that last roll didn't do me a lot of good, and I'm out of luck. It's an 8.
It's true. It's true. I will give one person in the crew 1 skill check to try and grab you before there's a problem.
Try and grab Struana.
Yeah, Struana at the very end, like the very last climb is like you can see she's not.
I'll try and grab her.
You can see that look in her eyes, like featherfall, featherfall, featherfall.
You want me to roll athletics for that?
I would give you athletics, yeah.
17?
Yeah, you twink. You catch it on the way.
Oh, yeah.
This like half dead elf on my back.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Careful, Bard.
Okay. Thank you. Whew. That's a long way. That's a long way down.
I don't want to knock off your whiskers.
All right, so you guys make it back into the tavern. There's one person right there holding the door for you, and slams it shut behind you. You hear the locks go, and then that person grabs the clipboard where the betting pool was set and starts filling things out. You still hear that female voice directing fire from upstairs. And you are carrying a half of a black wizard. She's got some hit points now, but she's still not in awesome shape. She continues to be missing an arm and a leg.
I like hold her and look around like, and I can't do anything about missing limbs. Where do we take her?
Get me to Durmok.
You got any more words than that? Because I don't know what your mom.
Oh, Arvin Durmok?
Yes. The very same. The library district. We'll know what to do. And from upstairs coming down, you hear a voice that's like, not a cleric? And is now approaching the group of you.
Does that look to the black wizard, look to the possible cleric, look back, like, really obviously like, well, you two should have this conversation out loud for the rest of us to see it. Go on now. You can do
this
that.
This person is dressed in, that has no holy symbols on them. This is again, the Mediterranean olive skin complexion that is most common in this area. Fairly good-looking, youngish woman, not quite into middle age. very, very buxom and soft. That kind of beautiful. But wears no holy anything.
Are you a cleric?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm simply tending to the situation.
I mean, what's your name? Not. No, wait, not buxom. Dark mage. That one.
Sangrid.
Sangrid?
Yes.
I'm concerned you wouldn't get there quickly enough. Would you mind terribly if I at least tried to cast a little bit of healing on you?
Feel free. Yeah, the tank here managed to get me out of immediate mortal danger. I'm not strong, but I'm stable.
Well, let's see if we can get you a little stronger. I'd rather err on the side of caution if you're fine with that.
Feel free. I'm not going to stop you.
Okay, so I'm going to cast a Cure Wounds.
All right. Just get some more hit points back.
Just 8 hit points, not a ton, but it's something.
Right. It's further out of the danger zone.
Mm-hmm. Also, I mean, like, half a body. It's a lot to lose there.
Yeah. So at the guidance of this buxom young lady, the half ogre, Searle, clears out a section of the bar for you to lay her out on.
I think that we'll have to wait until daylight to get you away to the library.
Embria says, "Oh no, I can help accommodate that right now. I need to know some things for the voice first."
You talk to the voice?
We all sort of are the voice, but right now I'm the one of us that's, I guess, the most the voice. You're not from around here. I don't expect you to understand it, but I'm just the one who knows what to do right now.
And you want us to go find? We need to go to this cat in the library district.
I mean, I got some questions for you too, and I'm seriously curious, but it's probably inappropriate to ask people all sorts of questions when they're like half gnawed on. Struana says that out loud. That isn't out loud.
I would think so, yes.
This woman, the buxom young lady, heads back behind the bar and picks up takes the hand that is left and says, "You need to know," to Sangrid, "you need to know that the voice did not do this to you. You came hunting something, and you think it's us, but you're wrong. I need you to understand that we wanted you to succeed. And I'm sorry you didn't. But what you're hunting is not us. So, if you can tell us what happened and what you found, I can make sure that you get through here easily, quickly, and safely." Sangrid kind of looks. She seems intransigent. She's not super into it.
I'm going to put that definition up on Twitter.
So you're asking for information before we can heal her?
Oh, heal away. But to transport her out of the city, we need to know what.
Let's go with some persuasion. Some persuasion. Little morals. Sounds like somebody I know. And Struana's motivation here is, I want to hear this story. I'm really into what the voice does, but there's a moral conflict that that Struana is having. But like, I am really interested in hearing the story of what the heck gnawed on her and what she was after and why she thought it was the voice. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna roleplay that to roll that, but
I wish I had a spell slot.
But
if 21 will get me there. With the
21 is a solid persuasion check. And seeing as you guys just saved her life, so you're essentially like, look, come on, at least just tell the story. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And it won't make it that much harder to, why would you try to, tempt fate again after you've just been gnawed on? Don't make Stan's efforts go to waste here, because then you might really be a damsel in distress, because that's what they do.
And with a 21, you probably know enough to avoid the phrase "damsel in distress" after the way she hissed at Stan.
Okay.
But you also probably know to drop Harridan's name, so I can tell Harridan's somewhere in there. And she seems to open up a little. All right. Yes. We were hunting something. There are cults certainly riddling the voice. This thing you have become is unsanctioned magic, and that is the least worrying part of it. And the buxom woman is listening compassionately and just kind of nodding along. I understand. I understand how you could think that.
You're mad about unsanctioned magic when there's an undead army rising in the north? Really? Or is that what you're actually after?
Stan, let her tell the whole story.
All right.
You get a microphone. One diva, one mic.
There is something necromantic happening down in that pit. Our divinations were able to identify an area, and I was part of a team that was sent. Find out exactly what's behind all this business in the voice. We were armed and prepared to expect necromancy. We were not prepared for the demons. And then she gives this other woman a very, very appraising, piercing look. Like she planned that statement to try and provoke a reaction and see.
I'm watching your micro expressions. I'm watching them closely.
Yep. I'm going to say something that's going to mess with you. Let me see how. And then kind of like seems disappointed that she didn't find anything. Like it seemed like a genuine reaction of dismay. Caught unawares, the team was picked off. I managed to get away with a flying flight spell until one of their aerial guardians disintegrated half my body. What's left of me landed on that area. that a good enough story for you? Voice? And Emrya sort of, and this other woman nods. Like, I think so. So I'm going to tell you something, too. Whatever is down there has been taking people from us. It's been hunting in our community. And to know that it's demonic, what you've sensed nothing. Paladin, am I a demon? Have I the touch of demon on? I submit to your gaze.
I can. So as an action, I can use divine sense into the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
That'd be a fiend.
So I'll turn divine sense on.
Okay. Nothing fiendish.
Yeah, I'll just shrug, shake my head no.
There is no demon here. The voice has no truck with demons. We're as dismayed by this as you are, and we hope that you understand that we would like this out of our community. I know that we don't agree on the Three Towers' place in our city, but we can all agree when something terrible is going on, right? And that was a passable persuasion check that she made. So this black wizard's heart seems to be softening a little.
Is there anything else that we need to learn from? What was you, Seda?
Sangrid.
Sangrid. Is there anything else that we need to learn from Sangrid before she can be transported to?
I totally want to talk to her in detail about the demons, because that seems to be a bit of information we're missing, and be like, Stan, maybe you should talk to her about Morinor.
We can talk about that. Did you want to ask questions about the demons first?
I mean, I wonder if they don't connect. Like, I'm curious. What, like, you say it was demonic. Can you give any more detail than that? Because even strange small things might be still useful to whoever ends up facing them next.
I can. In detail. According to our reconnaissance, the whole area was patrolled by shadow demons. Inside, we found, in captivity, 24 or so man's lowest case of demon, basically fodder. We also found within 2 Balgura and some number, and this was what destroyed most of my friends, of Shadow Balgura, which I'm going to win an award for categorizing because such a thing is unheard of. That's the only definition for it. Within, we found evidence of a Glabrazu, but we did not face it, thankfully.
Glabrazu, is that what you said? 'Cause
Glabrazu, yes.
that sounds like the name of like a character from Winnie the Pooh, so my brain just got very confused for a second.
And the woman looks this lovely whole woman looks at you two. She's half elven features, not quite dainty, but tough. Would you accompany me as I take her away, and we can speak about how we can help each other?
Certainly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Brusk is also with you and is happy to aid in the carrying of said wounded wizard. Once you get out of the tavern, the street is pretty quiet. Well, most of it's just tavern noise at this point. The street still won't be safe for a while, she says, but I can get us through quickly. For now.
How's that?
How? I really don't even understand how, to be perfectly honest. Sometimes, when you're the right person, the voice comes upon you, and you see things more clearly. You hear things more intensely. You are part of everything. I don't really know how. This is only the second time it's ever happened to me.
How long does it usually last?
I don't really know. I mean, I imagine if it was a real emergency for a long time, it might take one or two people a few days or weeks. But it changes when somebody goes to sleep. The next one steps up. I don't have to understand the system to appreciate it. But right now, what I can do is very quickly get her all the way to the gate of the library district. Past that, I don't think I'm going to be welcome.
I think it's worth us going, honestly, Stan.
I look at the dark elf Stata?
Sangrid.
Sangrid. Right. Sangrid. Do you have your papers, Sangrid?
Yes.
That's the first thing they'll ask for at the gate. So
I'm totally chortling. Like, sure, I was just like...
Right. Oh, I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Papers, please. The cold delights of bureaucracy.
Doesn't say anything here about any missing limbs. Are you sure these are your papers? God damn it.
This says you weigh 100 pounds. Yeah, now you weigh like 70.
Makes notes, adds sheep.
And by the time she's done speaking, you've been focused on her, and you kind of look around, and you're no longer outside shots. You are now at the gate checkpoint to the library district. It's kind of around the corner. You can see it from here.
Okay, then.
There were no spells cast, no magic words.
Can I Arcana check that anyway? Like, the fuck?
Try. Sure,
Okay.
give it a run.
I mean, worst thing happens is I know as much as I do now. 14?
You know as much as you do now.
Okay.
It bore none of the hallmarks of traditional magic. Says what I would appreciate to resolve this situation. Struana, CliqClaq, Stan, you came here looking for something, right?
Yeah.
support, perhaps troops. Well, you've seen the voice now. You've seen the voice now, and that fight is our fight. We don't have as much as some districts, but what we do have, we can offer to help you if something like this demon cult is no longer a drain on our resources. We're losing people every night to lots of things, and if this is contributing to it, once that's clear, the voice could assign a social worth to aiding your quest, and it could incentivize it through the universal income for people who help you.
I can understand why having that drain on your resources would impede such things. I would like to see such demons vanquished.
Me too. Me too.
This hammer.
We have some suspicions about how this came about, but can't put our finger on any evidence. So anything you can find will be helpful. Set at the thing and says, will these people be an acceptable arm for the library district in the voice? Will you accept their involvement in lieu of sending more mages to maybe cause us problems? Sangrid kind of narrows her eyes, like, you know, I can't speak for all of us, but I can speak to many of us. And I'll give Stan time to succeed. This group is competent, and they saved my life. But if they fail, I will have to bring a force to bear. And this other woman nods. Yes, of course. Of course. So let's head over to the checkpoint, get her through. Will you be staying the night, brave adventurers, or headed back to the light?
What time? I mean, I'm so not answering that question first. I want to see what other people want to do. Sort of like nudge CliqClaq and be like, what did we just get ourselves into?
He knows enough not to talk, but
like,
well,
are we
I
here or not? Like, I don't know, I'm tired, but it's easier to get home this way or back to where we started this way, and there's bagpipes waiting for me that I want. I've got some small pipes.
All right.
But
I feel similarly. I'm tired. I have no spells. I would like to go into the library district and just sleep.
like, it seems silly to pass out at your friend's house when you have a ride home.
I still wouldn't be home. I'd have to go a couple of districts over, but it's.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. We still have that whole room that you haven't read books in at the library.
Yeah, and a whole new series of search terms now.
Brusque comes up, shakes each of your hands in turn. CliqClaq. Loveless.
So how do we find who to
Stan, a big one.
when you come back?
I didn't hear that. Say again.
So asking Her name started with an E or something.
You never caught it when you ask. Embria White.
No, you said it at some point though. I asked her, so how, when we come back, are we going to engage with the voice? Wander around until you find you find us? Royal you, not you specifically.
Once you're here, you can't really avoid engaging with the voice. We're all the voice. So when you're here, someone in charge will find you.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe it'll be me. She kind of looks Stan up and down. I wouldn't mind being assigned to Stan.
He'll wink.
Smile, Stan. Like there's a nudge, smile, Stan. Don't just wink. Like give her a big dumb grin, like yeah.
Which makes it all that much more awkward when Brusque shakes Struana's hand a little extra long and makes some meaningful eye contact. It's like, look me up when you're back in town.
I certainly will.
Good.
Internal.
Successful rebel, folks. When it's time, I can help you up the road. I'm confident that you won't just die in front of me tragically, leaving me weeping tears in my beard. I'll see you soon.
You.
It's very specific.
Don't make me cry into this beard.
And for the first time since you entered the district, as you approach the checkpoint, unless there's anything else you wanted to say to Embria before she fades into the crowd, or Brusque, you hear you have not even so much as seen a guard in the city, and you hear the almost stereotypical, "Can I see your papers, please?"
I'll hand him mine and Sangrid's.
All right. So it's late in the evening, so we won't necessarily play through it, but the process between cities thus far has been mostly like chit chat, check the papers, see through. That is not the case on the way in from the voice at 3 o'clock in the morning. You are detained separately. You're all set up separately. Given questions, Sangrid is taken immediately to into medical care. There's a cleric on duty that makes sure she's all right. She tells them that you are now her escort to Arvin Durmach, who will take care of things you damn fool guards have no business knowing, as you overhear.
I like her sass. As long as it's not turned on me.
She has an acid tongue. And you guys are fairly thoroughly grilled. Like, did you have you been in possession of all your belongings at all times? Have you accepted any gifts from unusual people? You're put through all of the questions. Your bags are searched. You're everything. Yeah.
Did you pack your own bag of holding?
I haven't received my bag of holding yet, which is a problem.
Well, but because you guys are on the up and up and have absolutely nothing to hide and aren't with anybody suspicious, and everything that has gone on your paperwork so far is squeaky clean, you get through. It helps that Stan is a paladin. Like his status on his paperwork actually has helped you guys smooth through this. But right, take some white knight privilege with you.
They do get
still-
plus 3
still-
saving bonuses when they're near me, so that's totally legit.
Right? So it's a hassle. Well, you guys get through. And you are very quickly taken to the library. You escort Sangrid through the streets. It's not dangerous in the library district. And it is currently 11:39. We can probably wrap up.
Sweet.
All right. Well, even though occasionally we screw up and don't film the most exciting part of the fight, we really appreciate everybody joining us for GameBreakers, Bard's Tale. I'm Thomas. This has been All at Once.
Diamond!
David.
Every time. And if you liked what we're doing, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you would like to see us do this better, hop over to our Patreon. From all of us at GameBreakers, and especially David's giant eye, have a good game.